Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to the channel. So I was called here specifically to use these decks with whatever message wants to come through today. I was called that this is going to feel like a dark reading. So whether this is a shadow reading, something to that effect, if it's triggering to you, then don't watch. But just wanted to dive in deep of the depths of darkness today, whatever that means. So we're about to find out. The two oracle decks that I'm using today, we have Earth and Bone and the Dark Mirror Oracle. So I'm gonna shuffle them. We're gonna get a reading. I feel like this is an energy check-in that we're gonna be looking at what's going on. So again, if you are not ready to potentially be called out by spirit on what it is that we're missing, maybe it's signs, maybe it's synchronicities, maybe it is triggers, healing, shadow work. Maybe something keeps coming up for you and you just don't know where it keeps coming from. So whatever this is, it's an energetic check-in. We're gonna see what message wants to come through for you now. So let's start with our Earth and Bone Oracle. And just want to say thank you all so much for joining me here. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, Spirit, let's pull a couple cards here. All right, so we have Flow and Beloved. So we have Recovery, Moving on, Finding Peace, and Love, Reciprocity, and Intertwinement. All right, that actually sounds pretty good. I don't see any bad news there. The reading just started, but it does feel like somebody is... It keeps giving me relationship, but it does not have to be, because it could also be like a job situation. You are definitely finished with something and looking to start something new, okay? Now, if that is a relationship, great, if that's what you're here for. But if you're not, it could be tied to some other aspect of your life here. I just looked at the bottom here and we have surrender. So I'm going to read a little bit on these before we go further, but I love the order of this too. Like, it does feel like you had to make a choice. You had to make a tough choice about something. And that choice was something that you had to realize no longer resonated with you. So whatever it was that you have decided on, you are now trusting, surrendering, and open to receive love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. So if that doesn't feel like love to you, that's just energy exchange. That's very much what's coming through with that card. So this could be you opening a business and deciding what your worth is, what your value is on whether it's a service you provide or a product you provide. You are starting to put things on paper that tells everyone else what it is that you expect. What is a fair market value for your energy? And you are just trusting and letting go. Like, the universe is kind of telling you, maybe they're nudging you, again with signs and synchronicities, to don't sell yourself short. So if it is a service, a product, something to that effect that you are providing to the greater good, to the public, to the majority, don't undervalue your energy that you put into making the thing, that you put into the service that you provide, whatever it is, okay? Because people are going to show up and they're going to want to pay that higher value dollar amount for what it is that you have to offer, because it is that valuable. So I am already seeing that it feels like you've seen what the value is, and now you're going to start listing accordingly, okay? So we're going to see where this goes. But first, I do want to read a little bit on that. So let's see what we have for this first one here, which is Flow, number 21. You have a responsibility to yourself to face your pain or hardships and heal yourself so that you can love your life and live it to the fullest. Unblock the flow of abundance through forgiveness. Visualize your past traumas in a water current and let them dissolve. The key to your success and fulfillment lies in the other side of forgiving your past and the people who hurt you. You will prosper and heal yourself once you forgive and let go of any wrongdoings. Your spirit allies are deeply sorry for your suffering and recognize your difficulties, but they gently help you to understand that you must go through the experiences in order to progress. They remind you that if you want peace and prosperity, you must choose to move on. Reflect where unforgiveness resides in your subconscious. Decide if you are willing to be totally free. Cleanse yourself of all the negative debris. See any grief, anger, or resentment that is holding you back clearly in your thoughts as you let go and forgive it. Continue to envision it disintegrating as it flows away in the stream. Believe that letting go of these worries is possible. Feel your heart begin to fill with love. Miracles can happen and you are deserving of them. You preserve control over your own destiny and reality. Allow yourself to let go of whatever expectations you may have placed on others, as well as any grief and pain that they may have caused you. Let go of any expectations that have been placed on you. You set yourself free by forgiving others. And your affirmation for this card is, I forgive myself. I am enough. I let love in. I release the past and any energies that do not serve my greatest good. Wow. So I love that this is in the first position, because it feels like you've already at least realized this. You may not have taken steps yet to resolve it, but it at least feels like you see it. Like I'm hearing like the elephant in the room. You see it now. There's no unseeing what this is at this point. Okay? So it is now time to let it go, to move forward. And now we have in the present the Beloved card, which is love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. So we're going to see what this energy looks like in the current. Okay, so we have past, and now we're going to be in the current, the present energy. Spirit is pleading with you to learn to love yourself as much as you are loved by others. In the spiritual realm, your guides love you unconditionally. Allow yourself to discover and create your own sense of authenticity. You're still in the process of learning. You're eliminating fears and obstacles. And by doing so, you will be able to teach people about their own lives while also learning the truth about the other side. You have so much to give in terms of love. Give it freely. Your mission is to investigate every complex channel of your existence and learn everything that you can. With your awareness of your purpose, you bring healing to so many people who are saddened because they are experiencing exactly what you are: suppression and fear of being true to themselves. In the meantime, learn as much as you can and experience exactly what you want. Do what you love, and it will lead you where you need to go. Spirit is saying that they always have your back. You will always have enough. Do not act out of fear. Let go and trust that your path is designed for so much abundance. Trust it, follow it. Give others a reason to be true to themselves. Set a standard of living by example through love. By accepting everyone without judgment, including yourself, you teach the art of authenticity. No one is perfect, and no one is less. No one is better or more right, and no one is more important than anyone else. Your affirmation for this card: I embrace, accept, and reciprocate with love that is bestowed upon me from the universe. All right. So lovely, because this feels like a transformation. Again, whether it was that you haven't yet completed letting go of whatever this is, you've at least seen that elephant in the room and know it exists. Okay? So now it's like, Spirit's like, what are you going to do next? Your call. So let's get into this surrender card. This is about letting go, trusting, and expanding. Let go of any fears around the vision or how you will achieve the dream. Allow things to flow. Enjoy living more. Find peace, balance, and joy in where you are currently at. Accept where you are and that you have, and be happy with it. Make the best of the life that you currently have and your current situation. Take breaths, re-energize, enjoy life, try other things, and balance work and ambition with time off. Listen to your heart. You only have one of those. Listen to your heart. Follow intuition and divine guidance. Meditate and pick the things that Source leads you to. Realize and write down all the choices that you have right now. Divine timing is allowing for you to be humble and practice improving your self-worth. Once you feel 100% yourself and the strength of your truth, that is when things will fall into place. Let go of any worries. It will happen when the time is right. Know that it will all work out. The right way will feel easy and will occur almost naturally. You will be excited about the choice to follow that decision. You will feel inspired. It will feel light. You have a foundation and stability within, and therefore can easily let go and surrender material possessions and connections that no longer serve. Your affirmation: I release all energy that is not aligned with my greatest good. I rid myself of any doubts by remembering there is a valid reason for everything that happens. Okay. And there we have it. So from here, I'm going to jump into the tarot. Let's see what else wants to come through to go with this message for the collective today. What else do they need to know about what they're going through? What do they need to know? Two of Cups. Maybe it is a love reading. Just maybe. Just maybe it is. But I'm more strongly getting with this combination of cards that this is also about that reciprocity, okay? The intertwinement, the love. You are realizing that you cannot keep pouring, first of all, from an empty cup. And second of all, you're not going to continue to pour, even if you have something in your cup, into someone else's cup if they're not reciprocating that energy. Okay? Now, the Two of Cups is lovely here in this reading because it very much alludes to some sort of partnership, whether it is love or business or friendship or whatever. It feels like you both see the value in each other and you are reciprocating. You're reciprocating in a balanced way. You're no longer going to accept what's not reciprocating back to you because your energy is valuable and you can see that now, okay? Justice. I love it. Because what that's also telling me is that if things didn't work out with people in the past and people did just kind of show up and take, there's going to be some stuff that's going to happen. Like, I keep being reminded of the thing that I hear about how if you poured your love into someone or something, that it will always find its way back to you. Even if it's not from where you initially poured it, it's going to be sent back to you in some way, shape, or form. High Priestess, you already know. Maybe you've just met somebody and you're like, I don't know if this is what I think it is. Am I right? Am I thinking wrongly about this? I'm getting that you are thinking correctly about this, okay? You have been working very hard to hone your crafts. Again, your skills, your services, whatever it is that you provide. You are understanding better what it is, how to market it, how to find the people that want what you have. And yeah, they're gonna pay accordingly. And it's not about being greedy or anything like that. No, it's not about that. But your time is valuable. And there are people out there that definitely want to pay for what it is you're offering, because they see the immense value in what it is. You have the Seven of Cups at the bottom. I feel like you probably have already chosen your path because you've already been working towards it here. But I'm also getting that there's still so many more options out there that you could dip your toe in those waters and try and still be successful. There's so many people that I know that are good at many things, and maybe they've put some of those other things to the wayside because that one doesn't make me money. I need to concentrate on money right now, or something to that effect. So what they do is they practice all their time and energy into this one thing, but Spirit's here to remind you that you have many things that you're talented at, and maybe it's time to get back into something else that you've put to the wayside, because at that time that you put it to the wayside, it was not considered something that you could do. I'm not hearing for profit, but that's what wants to come through. It's not about profit. This does not feel like it's about profit. It may have been like a time management thing. It may have been a space availability thing, like supplies thing. There's something a reason that you put this to the side in the past. And it's time, I'm hearing now, to go back and look at that again. Pull it back out. Like maybe you started a project a long time ago and you're like, you know what, I don't have time to finish this now. So I need to put it away and I need to come back to it later. Now is later. It's time to look at it again, because there's something there. Okay? I can't really go into much with exactly what you're going to find when you pick it back up, but it's worth picking back up. Okay? It literally just happened to me. I have a wall behind me that I started painting years ago, and I think the day that I put it down, I just was exhausted and tired, and I'm like, I'm not gonna finish this. And it's a wall mural right behind me there. I kept looking at it every day, and I thought maybe I will just call this Painting the Roses Red, and I'll never finish it, and just say, yep, I'm painting the roses red. Well, for some reason, I decided to go today and finish it. And not only did I finish it, but I changed it. It got a new twist from what it had before, and now it feels complete, and I love it even more than I did before I started it. There was just something additional that it needed, and maybe it was just the amount of time that passed where you learned something new in the meantime, or your attitude changed about something, whatever it was. But it's now of more value than it was before. So keep that in mind when you're wondering about what to do next and all that fun stuff, because it doesn't feel like you're going to need to think very hard. Okay? All right, let's get into the Dark Mirror. These also have readings in a book. I just want to pull one, maybe to get an idea for the collective of what additional information they need to know about what's going on out there right now. So just give me one of these, please. Just one. Let's wrap this reading up. Here, this one. Okay. We have forgetting oneself. Wow. So I I am going to read on that, but just right away, what's coming to me is about how you've tended in the past to get into a relationship and lose part of yourself or hide part of yourself, okay? And maybe with this card here, I did just talk about painting. Maybe that was the part of you that you put to the wayside. And it was for the sake of whatever, the relationship, you know? And some people hide way more about themselves than just, hey, I paint by chance, you know? Or hobbies, things you do. It's not about that. This feels deeper than that. This feels that there's this whole, wow, okay, yeah, Spirit's having me go real deep here. It's this whole psychological tie to the thing that you put to the wayside. It's about hiding that version of you that freed your soul, that made you feel the most beautiful, the most authentic, the most creative. But something inside of you asked yourself to put this away for the time being. And in that time, you may have forgot who you were and took on this new persona without that little additive. And now Spirit's like, yep, it's time to go back and revisit that. That's who you are. That's part of who you are. And you can never forget truly who you are. And that includes for the sake of being in a relationship. Okay? Maybe there's something you truly, truly loved doing, but you met somebody who was not into that. And you said, yeah, okay, I can put that away for now. I'll come back to it later. And you just never did. Or maybe now you're thinking about doing that. So let's read a little bit on this card. Okay, so this is, time is an eternal present, not fleeting, but locked. No progress is no regress either. So eating the lotus flower, numbing our identity, is to go by the sound of a music that was never ours. Hooey. Oh, wow. That just took me to you're marching to the beat of your own drummer. And that drummer stopped drumming. And you started following someone else's cadence. And in that process, you lost yourself. Yeah. A modern Adonis, an ancient Hermes, a grown-up Cupid, shrined by laurel, myrrh, and lotus. He is the welcoming allure of the present moment, the warm embrace which numbs everything else. Like Bacchus's wet kiss, if you let go of the pressure and the pain, if you let go enough of your identity and of the context you live in, then you will just feel better. It is what happens when you fall asleep, when you take refuge in the arms of a loved one, or when you watch a movie slumped ungraciously on a comfy couch. Sometimes, however, it asks for more. It takes more out of you, more of yourself to be forgotten, to feel just a little better. And maybe the twisted idea that if you forget everything, then you will eventually really feel better. Forgetting everything, letting everything go, not just as a moment of rest, but as a jump in the dark. It is like vertigo. You stand on the edge of the precipice, and a little part of you wants to jump, but it is just a moment of rest, a moment of pause, a moment of uncreative selfishness. So what? Let it be, and sleep soundly. I forgot that this deck words things so beautifully, because it's like opposite day. Come on, it's opposite day. Literally everything they're saying is like, go ahead, take a nap. It'll be fine. It'll just last a minute. Go ahead, numb yourself. It won't be forever. We're not going to do this forever. We're just going to push it off today. We're just going to fall asleep today. Whew. I'm telling you, that card, like, woo-wee. So, what aspect of you are you not being authentic with? That is the question of the day. Maybe it's a journal prompt that you can go in and say, yeah, what part of myself have I repressed in the past to fit in, to be loved, to be accepted? What part of you have you let sleep or numbed because it didn't fit in with somebody else's agenda? Wow. That is just some crazy, beautiful stuff. I just saw 333 on the clock there. So, listen, it's not the end of the world here. Feels like you're waking up. You're aware. You know now what's going on. It is now to the point where you can no longer ignore the signs. You can no longer ignore that big elephant in the room. There's something here that you need to look at. And Spirit's calling you out today. So, that being said, let's close with an affirmation for you. I'm going to pull from the Art of War and just see what's going on with this here. Thank you. Okay. Sun Tzu said, "The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom." You can't be friends with everyone. Friends do what they do because they are our friends and we love them. They do it because they know it is the right thing to do. But while some people can be our friends, others cannot. The difference is that friends can be inconvenient, annoying, troublesome, expensive, and taxing, but we will forgive them. Wow. So we did give forgiveness earlier in the reading as well. So if it's a friend you need to forgive, maybe it's a friend you need to say, you are truly not my friend. Like inside you can say, I forgive you, but please leave now. Like I don't, nope. This has gone on too long. I'm not sure how this is going to play out for each and every one of you, but listen, you can't be everyone's friend. If you're being your authentic self, you're going to lose friends. And that's okay, because not everyone can be your friend. Okay? Your energy is valuable. Seek out those who are willing to reciprocate with you and pay the price of your high value energy. And if someone is not willing to do that, they are not your friend. All right? So, that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.